Okay, number 3 on this little half sheet. That really is not nearly as bad as you might think as long as you draw it carefully, okay? So draw your XY axis like this, and I'm just going to use some different colors just to help myself. So force 1, it says is 300 newtons acting at an angle of 30 degrees. So I'm going to say this is 1 and it's 300 newtons. And this angle here is 30 degrees. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors. Force 2 is an angle of 200 newtons acting at 60 degrees. So 60 degrees will be about here. This is going to be F2, 200 newtons, and this angle is 60 degrees. Force 3 is 500 newtons acting at 135. 135 is really going to be halfway across this quadrant. And so this is F3, and it's 500 newtons halfway across. So this is 135, or in other words, inside that quadrant, it would be 45. Okay, next one, oh, I only have 3 colors here, so I'll have to repeat now. The next one is force 4, 300 newtons acting at 210. It's the thick end. Acting at 210. So 210, this is 180, so 210 is going to be about here. So this is F4, and it's 300 newtons, and this whole thing is 210 degrees. Force 5 is 200 newtons acting at 240. So 240 would be in here. Maybe I made this a little bit too long. F5 is equal to 200 newtons, and this whole thing is 240. So the angle inside here is 60, and the angle inside for the other one there is 30. All right, and our last one is 315. So 315 is going to go all the way around to this quadrant, and it's going to be halfway. This is F6, and it's only tiny. It's 100 newtons. Okay, and again, this angle would be 45 in here because the whole thing is 315. Okay, now I had said if you drew it carefully, this is actually easier than you might realize, because look, the 300 in F1 and the 300 in F4 are exactly across from each other, and they cancel each other out. There's 180 degrees between them. The 200 for F2 and the 200 for F5 are exactly across from each other and identical. They cancel each other out. And the 500 and the 100 are exactly across from each other. They don't cancel each other out, but to get the resultant, you would subtract them and keep the direction of the larger. So the F net here will equal 400 newtons at an angle of 135 degrees, and you are done. Told you it wasn't bad if you drew it right. Good job.